She said that American soccer fans, most of them aren't smart. They don't know the game. They don't understand.
Gio.
That guy Gazpacho.
Sports can take a lame gorilla, okay?
Advice, did you know that Arsenal died?
These got me buzzing.
Up the talkies. It's hard to up them anyway.
I'm gonna comment on that. Welcome back to Footy with the boys. We have a lot to preview, review, just about everything today. We have midweek, we have weekend. Let's get into it, boys, and we start with the big news, which is shown on the screen right now. Arsenal absolutely demolishing Chelsea. No Cole Palmer for Chelsea. And Pochettino before the game said that they should be extra motivated to prove that they are not just Cole Palmer Football Club, but they are Chelsea Football Club. Nope, did not happen. That was a tough one to watch if you're a Chelsea fan. It started early. Before I even got to turn on the game, Trossard had already scored. Ben White gets a brace, and King Kai, Nick, gets a brace as well. You did a full watch through of this one, yeah? What were you seeing there from your boys in this one?
What? How does who sings that song? I got 5 on it. Who sings that? That's the settings we were on today. That was the settings we were on today. It was 5-0. 5 on it. Put 5 on those Blues. The third worst club in London as of right now. Actually, 4th. Shout out to West Ham. Way to go. So I think West Ham's out on the table. Yikes for Chelsea and all good things from the Arsenal, the class of London. A 5-0 result. Flag said it. Started early. Leo Trossard, what a luxury to have a player like him when Martinelli, perhaps, who, by the way, could have probably scored a brace today, but we'll talk about that later. When Martinelli isn't at his fittest or at his best, to have a guy like Trossard come in, he's a little... Arteta calls him his little magician. I don't know. I like that. I think that's cool. I like that. Little magician vibes. Clinical finish. Petrovic probably could have done better, but hey, we'll take the goal. And the rest of them were great as well. A lot of really great performances to shout out, so let's run through them really quick. First, we'll start with the manager. I thought he did, I put a lot of the blame for the Villa game on him, and he deserves a lot of the credit today because that was arguably our best starting 11 at the moment. Finally, since the Community Shield was last time we saw that midfield, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard. That midfield has me thinking, is Declan Rice actually an 8? Because the way that he drives play, the way that he is he has more technical ability than people give him credit for. He's not, his one weakness is he doesn't really have line splitting passes the way that Partey does. Partey transitions from defense to offense so quickly. Declan Rice can do it, but more with his feet. Declan Rice is better defensively, though. It's hard to tell. But either way, that midfield complements each other very well. Partey, I thought, played phenomenally, controlled possession, was a little loose in the first half, but he was very, very good overall on the ball. Martin Odegaard got man of the match. Some very good assists. I wouldn't have given him man of the match, but another stellar performance. Ben White, who, aside from Odegaard, has been our best player in 2024. I mean, him or Kai, but Kai kind of slipped these past 2 or 3 weeks, even though he's back on it today. More on him in a second. But Ben White, incredible. That 70th minute goal, he wasn't trying to shoot, but it went in, so it doesn't matter. They all count the same. That's fine. That was bad. Someone, I forget who said it. It might have been Timmy, but he said he's like, that's the worst cross I've ever seen, and it's just one of those nights. So shout out to Benny Blanco for his first professional brace, and of course the man of the moment, King Kai Havertz, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again twice, celebrates twice, and I mean, clinical finishes. He, maybe could have gotten a third in other instances, but I think these 2 were really his most clear opportunities. Did well to hold off Kukureya in the first one. The second one, great ball by Saka, just finding him in space. No idea what Chelsea center backs are doing, and Kai Havertz makes them pay for their casualness and their timidness. So, beautiful performance. 5-0 is a great result. The first half, I thought the game was a little loose. 1-0, I didn't feel totally comfortable. at halftime. And then after that, I mean, Chelsea can't put together 90 minutes to save their goddamn life, especially without arguably their two best players of the season in Gusto and Palmer. Well, not arguable with Palmer, but so the floodgates opened and there's no leadership in that side to kind of storm the waters. And I mean, it was over from there. At 2-0, it was done, and it could have been 6, 7, 8, honestly, with the way that game was going. So the final whistle saves Chelsea from further embarrassment. But 5-0, Chelsea's worst ever loss to Arsenal, Arsenal's best ever win versus Chelsea. A great day, a wonderful Tuesday. Pressure goes on to the other two teams in the title race, and we'll let the cards fall where they may.
Yes, you guys are now at the top of the table following this midweek game. And it, Mike, was a dismantling of Chelsea here. Obviously, we mentioned that there is no Cole Palmer, which obviously does hurt Chelsea since he kind of is Chelsea at the moment. It is kind of Cole Palmer and friends. Take out the field and see whatever Cole Palmer can do with his supporting cast. They don't have him, and it showed here. Thiago Silva was crying after the end of their FA Cup semi-final loss. This time his wife tweets out a tweet just kind of showing a bit of displeasure, not liking a 5-0 loss. It doesn't seem like things are turning around for Chelsea, maybe as we thought. Maybe it is just really that bandage of Cole Palmer that's making things look a little bit better and him dragging them up the table. No Cole Palmer, there was a problem. There's plenty of problems here. What did you see from them? Or maybe better question is, what was lacking from what you saw from them?
A lot was lacking. I didn't watch the entirety of the match, watch pieces throughout the 90 minutes and then watch highlights afterwards. But I think it kind of falls on Pochettino mostly. This lineup sucks. I get that he's missing Cole Palmer and Malo Gusto, but he's butchered it regardless. You take Thiago Silva out of the lineup after he had a pretty stellar performance against Man City, and you put in Benoit Badiashile and Axel Disasi. That center back pairing it doesn't work. I've seen it several times this year. I've never liked it. I think Chalobah and Thiago Silva are both better players than either of the guys who started today. And Alfie Gilchrist, young player, wasn't up for the task today. That lineup sucks defensively. And then you have Makayo Mudryk and Noni Madueke as your two outside players, neither of which really have any sort of control on the game. They both play pretty similarly, in my opinion. A lot of speed, a lot of direct play, but no sort of control, which doesn't work at all against this Arsenal back line. These are two outstanding fullbacks that you can't just beat with pure speed. Thought Raheem Sterling should have been a start this game. So lineup's bad. The play was bad, obviously, and the adjustments were bad. I mean, look at the substitutions he makes throughout the match. They make no sense. He throws on two center backs and leaves his other center backs on. Once they're already down a bunch of goals, they didn't really chase the game. They just try to stop the bleeding. Really, really bad performance from Chelsea. Up the Arsenal.
Up the Arsenal.
The Arsenal indeed. 5-0.
I will say really quickly, what's Poch supposed to do, man? I mean, there is not a single guy outside of Thiago Silva with a backbone on that roster. Like, not one single person. And the dude is 49. Like, he can't play every single guy. Like, he is dying out there. So I don't think it's too much on Poch. I think these players, what's the average age of that starting 11? 17? Like, Jesus Christ. There's no leadership. There's no mentality there. Again, I've said it a couple times, but when Conor Gallagher is your captain, what? That's not a leader. That's not someone who can help settle things down. I think, like I said earlier, after 2-0, it was immediately done. Chelsea folded. And I think a more experienced team, a team with more experienced players in it, would have been able to settle down a little bit easier after that. They were in the game at halftime. They had a couple of half chances here or there in the first half. Like I said, I was nervous. I'm not nervous, but it wasn't settled at halftime. And they fell apart quick. And again, the fact that they can't ever put together 90 minutes. I get they just went 8 games undefeated before this one. But 5-0 and they can never put together 90 minutes of good football. If you're Poch, do you really know what you're going to get from any one of your players? Any one of them?
Nicholas Jackson.
Okay, well, that's not great because that dude sucks ass.
You know what you're gonna
But
get.
you know that.
Yeah, that's right. One thing on Thiago Silva before we move off this game, seems like they're not going to renew his contract. Surprisingly enough, he's very old. So this looks to be the end of his career in Europe. A very strong career at that, ending at a low, but doesn't really take away from the player. Rumors are going back to Fluminense in Brazil to end out the career. If he comes to the MLS, I won't be mad at that.
I would not be mad at that at all, but I do think a legacy like his deserves a Brazilian comeback and let him do a victory lap for his amazing career. Oh, boys, there is still some drama going on in the Premier League, not including Chelsea this time. Kudos to them. Still including Nottingham Forest and their penalty decisions against Everton. 3 penalties didn't go their way. They wanted to hear the VAR room. They wanted to have that released publicly. And the Premier League said, you guys can listen to it, but privately, we don't want to release this publicly. Which is probably the most suspect way to say, yeah, we might have fucked up on this one. Boys, is there any chance that the Premier League did not just absolutely fumble the bag on this one and just absolutely fuck it up with the VAR room on these recordings?
Yeah, they obviously messed him up. Like,
Yeah.
what? this is clear bribery going on, or conspiracy, or incompetency. Either way, it's all bad, and they don't want it getting out. Pray to God someone leaks this audio. Come on, man. We got to hear this.
Brother, Nottingham Forest is leaking the shit out of this. They are a murder for the cause at this point of the horrendous refereeing VAR. They will go down with the ship. They're already tweeting out stuff. So many people come at them. And Nick, I want your opinion on this. So many pundits have come out and said that it's absolutely unprofessional of Nottingham Forest, that people need to resign from their job, that this is not what a club's supposed to do, that you can't come out and call something like the Premier League corrupt. Now, people on Twitter, as people on Twitter do, find receipts. And every single one of those pundits that are saying that are getting all their old tweets, calling FIFA, calling the Premier League, calling all these different things corrupt, brought back up. Nick, is it so wrong for Nottingham Forest to call out terrible decisions, which they were, in an informal manner, and be upset about it? I mean, the tweet, informal, from a club Twitter, yes. But don't they have a right to, or are you with the pundits that say, yeah, you shouldn't be calling them out no matter what?
I don't know if those pundits hypocrites. They're also like all in bed with the same people. Like all this money's being passed in between hands with the same guys. So like, take what you can from them with a grain of salt. I mean, look, I don't think it was wrong for Nottingham Forest to call him out. I think it was like a little corny to tweet it out. I think that was kind of like, oh, it wasn't really a power move. It was kind of lame. But I thought maybe someone could have put face to it instead of, asking the intern to type it out on social media. So I thought it was corny, but it's within their rights, I guess. If they get fined, then that's the consequence to their action. But that doesn't mean they can't take their action. I think the fact that the Premier League is saying like, okay, you can listen to them, I feel like just shows that they know that they messed up. Like they're trying to somehow appease them a little bit and be like, calm down, like let's listen to it together. We know it was tough. That being said, nothing's gonna come from this. Like nothing's gonna happen. There's not gonna be we get some leaked audio like the one from the Liverpool offsides earlier in the season, and they're like, oh, all good. And like that's it. And we're gonna be like, see, they suck. And they were like, yeah. And then we'll have a banger of a game on Saturday and it'll be passed. So it's not gonna do anything. Honestly, I kind of hope it costs Nottingham Forest because I'm kind of sick of their club. I hope they go down. But at the end of the day, they got screwed. It sucks. You're allowed to say you get screwed. Doesn't mean anything's gonna change.
Yeah, I don't see much changes here. I think maybe in the future they'll at least not be so stupid as to hear a warning from a club and completely ignore it. I think they maybe cover some liability in the future there. But let's get into our actual games here, get some previews going, and we start in the midweek with Manchester City, the people who are behind the wheel of the title race right now. They go up against a Brighton side, and Pep Guardiola has already been bitching and moaning so much about the amount of games that Man City is playing. They're going to play here in the midweek. They also play at the weekend. Mike, this Brighton side, are they the ones that could pull some points off of Man City? If we say this at the start of the year, we maybe have a little bit more hope. Brighton hasn't maybe lived up to their expectation, but I wouldn't put it past them, would it you?
It's a tall task. That Brighton, a good thing. They're playing okay at the moment. It's a big test for De Zerbi. Pep is one of his biggest supporters, right? He's always talking about how much he loves him as a manager and the style they play. Is that just flattery, or is he really that impressed by it? And can he be impressed enough that I don't know, he gets bit by it, I guess. Do I think they'll win? No. Could they get a draw? No. This is going to be a Man City win. They're rolling in really hot form at the moment. So, yeah, it's just going to be a victory at this point. I don't expect them to lose the rest of the year.
Right. And Nick, De Zerbi here, obviously a lot of manager jobs have been rumored with him. AC Milan, obviously getting rid of Stefano Pioli at the end of the year. There's going to be a lot of people looking at De Zerbi. Is this his chance to make a mark? Is this a big audition for him?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a statement game if you get a result out of it. This might be the hopeful Arsenal fan in me, but I mean, what bigger moment than against Man City? You're not really fighting for anything, right? Like Brighton, we know what they are. They're solid. Europe is a very long shot at this point in time. Relegation's not even a conversation. Second best logo according to one producer P. But I think
sure.
what if you're not going to get up for this game if you're De Zerbi, then what game do you get up for? That being said, he's not really a malleable guy. Like he changes between like formations and stuff, but the style of play is always the same. Always trying to play out the back. He'll have different players come into different positions throughout the game and take on different roles, but it's going to be a high press. It's going to be dependent on the ball, and hopefully it doesn't bite him in the ass. It's really going to depend on City's press. Pep keeps saying they're exhausted. Okay, you have like 3 players for every position. Relax. But if City comes out on the back foot, then Brighton can have a chance to bite them. But until it happens, Man City's not going to lose.
Yeah, I don't think it's smart to assume that they would lose. Mike, it might not be smart to assume that Liverpool will lose this weekend. They're going against our Toffees. Everton luckily got a huge win versus Nottingham Forest. But this one, does that almost help Everton? Takes a bit of the pressure off of needing points, having that slight gap between them and that relegation line, allow them to really go for this one?
No, I don't really think that matters all that much. It's a derby. They're going to be up for the game regardless. It means a lot to the fans. It's at Goodison. It's a storied rivalry, so they have to be up for the game always. A little confidence maybe, knowing that they just got to win could help, but I don't really see that many changes going into this game, right? I think the lineup will be what we've seen pretty much the entire year. Hopefully the midfield stays. I thought that midfield pairing against Nottingham was pretty solid with Ganagay and Andre Gomes. Liverpool's midfield's obviously a lot more threatening than Nottingham. So we'll see how they stand up. But I'm not super scared about this matchup. I don't think it's going to be another Chelsea. I'm not expecting a victory, but I think we'll play him tight. I think we'll be locked in mentally. And I think Sean Dyche will have the boys up for a gritty match. I can't expect 3 points, but I do expect a pretty good performance.
1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton.
I love that, dude. 1-0. Put a smile on my face, dude. Sing about it till next year. Did we lose flags?
Uh-oh, he's back. Oh, no.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Oh.
back.
Oh.
Everton, yeah. Can you hear me? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Okay. If Everton get a point, that is good. All I'm trying to get across there. Nick, we moved to the weekend, and it's the North London derby. Draw at Emirates early in the year. What do you see coming out of this one, and what do you need to see from an Arsenal side?
Yeah, I need to see 3 points. I need to see a performance. This past Saturday against Wolves, I was all on board with we need 3 points. Today, I was looking for a good performance, and we got one. Against Tottenham, and it's the rivalry of all rivalries that we have. So it's going to be a brutal game. It's going to be one that you got to fight for every single ball. It's going to be heated. Tottenham, still have a pretty realistic chance. They have 2 games in hand, but 6 points behind for that 4th place spot. So they're going to be gunning for that 4th place spot, especially as 5th looks less likely to be in the Champions League for the Premier League. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be tough. I did not love. I hated our performance earlier against them. I thought they were lucky that we were so off because I didn't think that they played all that well. James Maddison has been horrible, by the way. I don't expect that much out of him. By the way, I don't even think he should go to the Euros. Shout out to Ross Barkley. But it has to be a win. It just has to. I know we say that every single game. That being said, this one is even more important than the rest because I can stomach getting a draw against Everton and they stay safe. I'll take that bullet for the boys, but it can't be Tottenham that sinks our chances at the title. It couldn't be Chelsea that sinks our chances at the title, and it can't be Man U later on. So it has to absolutely be a performance here. 3 points. We're in incredible form. I'm really, really hoping that the midfield stays together that we saw today. Partey is just coming back from injury, but we saved him for 3 games, for Chelsea, for Tottenham, and for Man U. Play those 3 games and please just stay healthy for those 3. If that happens, I don't think Tottenham or really many other teams in the Premier League can counter with a midfield that can outplay them. So I am expecting a win based off of our form, based off of our necessity, and honestly, based off of our mentality.
Yep, and a win is certainly needed against your rival anytime you play them, but whew. Spurs could really bolster how they look at their season by fucking you guys up, and they will certainly bring a whole lot of intensity to this one. So Arsenal and Liverpool with some very important rivalry games here. Mike, we move to Manchester United, and the seat is getting awfully hot after a really pitiful display. Even though he got to the FA Cup final, Erik ten Hag is really becoming a bit of a PR man and spinning it as a results-based game. We got what we needed. Man U got to 2 finals in 2 years. That's better than even the golden years. I mean, this game should be a slam dunk. A game, it is Manchester United versus Sheffield first. They're going to this game against objectively the worst team in the Premier League. Hopefully they get a commanding win. Do you think that happens though?
A commanding win. What does that mean in the context of Man U? Is that a good performance? Is it a couple goals going in? Like, I don't even know how to judge.
3-0 for Manchester United.
Right? Okay,
No,
3-0.
3-0 and a good performance. Like, not a bullshit 3-0. Not an own goal penalty in 95th minute tap in.
I think it's going to come down to Ten Hag, and he seemed kind of embarrassed the last couple of weeks, right? He's trying to save face, show that he's still a confident manager, but none of the things he say kind of align with that. It's like he's, I don't know, trying to throw achievements up there that aren't really achievements to show some form of management of pedigree, but it's not there. Is he a good manager? We'll see it in these 2 games. Can he drop big players? Can he drop Marcus Rashford again? Because that's a huge pain point. Though they don't have that many options at attack, but he was fucking miserable against Coventry. Didn't contribute anything. Was actually kind of hurting their attack, in my opinion. can he make these big changes? Can he play with the squad, get players into the roster that are actually performing, actually fighting? There's not that many of them, but there are some. There are some younger players who have some grit. These are two really good chances to do that. You're playing Sheffield and then you're playing Burnley. Should be a guaranteed 6 points any way you do it. And he needs those 6 points. Look who is right next to him in the standings. It's Newcastle on even footing with a much better goal differential, and they've had the same number of matches played. And guess what? These two teams are going to play each other in a couple of weeks. I think Man U plays Sheffield, Burnley, Crystal Palace, and then maybe Newcastle.
Arsenal after that.
Arsenal after that. Okay, so you've got to get those points. You can't expect Newcastle, who's in pretty good form, to continue losing. So you have to get all the points that are available, and you can't expect to beat Arsenal. You can't expect to beat even Newcastle with the way your team's playing. These are guaranteed points. You have to get them all, and maybe it'll put you in position to get a Europa League spot at the end of the year, and then you'll have the FA Cup final. So can he put his money where his mouth is, for lack of better terms? It seems like his job is definitely safe for the rest of the year based on what ownership is saying. I don't see a world where it's safe past that, but maybe they have other ideas within the club. From an outside perspective, he should have been gone a long time ago. This is really his last chance, the last straw.
Mike, I think you said it, and I think we all agree. With him especially, we've kind of just assumed that, okay, whatever happens in the summer is going to happen in the summer, but he's going to get the rest of the year. What gets him fired by next Monday? Bring a smile to my face. What in these next two games, which is Sheffield and Burnley?
A loss in either of them. A loss in
In
either.
either?
Of them.
Well, yeah.
I don't think a loss in either gets him fired. I think he needs to lose both.
Do you want my answer? I'm going to give you the actual answer for what needs to get fired. He needs to lose both. That's the only way he actually gets fired, I think. But if I'm Man U ownership, anything less than 2 wins gets you fired, because we need to bring someone in and we need to get this new project moving as soon as possible if we're not sticking with this guy. Anything less than 2 wins against these two relegation sides. These two teams don't score goals, are definitely going down. I mean, how could you justify it? How can you justify anything less than a win? Both of them are at Old Trafford, by the way.
I think realistically, if you draw and lose, or if you lose and then draw, either way, whether it's the loss versus Sheffield or the loss versus Burnley, that combo combined with how bad they looked versus Coventry, I think you just gotta let him go and deal with an interim and see what happens. Because that, I think, kicks you below Newcastle to a point where you're not getting that 6th position. You're not getting what you're really maybe still holding out Erik ten Hag's job for is getting that higher positioning in the table, that just consistency within that manager. I think that's what drops him out. But
two
Manchester
losses
United,
for sure, right? 2 losses for sure. He's out by Monday.
Yeah,
for sure.
For
Has
sure,
to
he's
be
out.
Like,
how
he has
could
to
you
be,
keep
right?
him? Right?
Yeah.
The fact that we are sweating it on Burnley and Sheffield for Manchester United tells you all you need to know about where this club is right now. It is wild.
One more thing before we leave it. This is a fun one to watch, going back to the Newcastle and Man U race for Europa League. They play a ton of the same teams. Both play Sheffield, both play Burnley, both play Brighton, both play Crystal Palace, and both play each other. So it's kind of what anything you can do, I can do better mentality at this moment. Who's going to step up? Both these clubs finished right next to each other last season. They're both right next to each other now, not where they want to be. If I had to put my money on someone, it's going on Eddie Howe all day.
What a pitiful statement.
Come on, Eddie. Come on, Jordy.
I would take just about anybody over Erik ten Hag in a situation with a must-win. Maybe not Greg Berhalter, but that's setting a pretty low standard. We'll go for the rundown around the rest of the league here. We have some midweek games, including Wolves and Bournemouth. Some ballers on both sides of that one. Palace and Newcastle. Palace have been playing inspired ever since the last 2 games really, but in that time they have played some nice runs of passing through defenses and some good goals. We'll see how that stacks up against a Newcastle side here. And then Liverpool will be going up against West Ham. A huge matchup. Once again, these teams, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City, cannot trip up at all. So this will certainly be a good test of Liverpool against a good West Ham side. We'll see which West Ham comes out there, as they have been maybe not as consistent as they would like. Wolves will then face off against Luton in the weekend. Luton certainly going to need some points here. Nottingham Forest and Everton getting down to the wire and still above that relegation zone. It's up to Luton to make that move. We have Fulham versus Palace. Once again, Palace, they have some players over there. Newcastle then face off against Sheffield. Like we said, they are in a race with Manchester United, so every easier game like that, you have to make sure you take that opportunity. Everton will face Brentford. It is number 15 versus number 16. A game that Everton should certainly be looking for some points in. Hopefully, they can get it done there. That would certainly provide some cushion and really kind of ensure safety at that point if they get a result there.
I'm gonna be locked onto that game. I'm excited for that one. That's a good Saturday morning game.
That will be
Tinfoil Hat
something.
producer
I hope
piece
that
says,
they do not show up, those bees.
Tinfoil Hat producer piece says that they come back with a draw, so both teams go up.
All right. I'm fine with the point. I'm fine with the point there. We move on with Villa and Chelsea. Certainly, if Villa want to lock down that Champions League spot, this would be a good opportunity to make a triumphant statement that they are a Champions League side. Chelsea gonna have to prove something here if they want to climb up that table and get any sniff of European football. Bournemouth will face off against Brighton. And then we close it all off with Manchester City versus Nottingham Forest. They will play in the midweek. They will play on the weekend. Unfortunately, that quick turnover is against Nottingham Forest team that has looked rather pitiful. But Gio Reyna grew up in the City football group at New York City FC. Can he be the one to spoil Manchester City's title run here? Boy, that would make me a happy American, a proud American at that. And that is a perfect segue into our U.S. men's national team corner, where I'm no longer a happy American. I'm a very sad American, because Serginho Dest was confirmed. We said he had his knee injury and might be out for Copa. It is confirmed he'll be out for 9 months. People speculate that it could be even longer, an entire year, so he may be gone until this time next year. Very tough to see, because he was having a team of the season in the Eredivisie, doing so well, just seemed so consistent, finally got his confidence back, was developing a whole lot, became a star for that PSV side. So you really hate to see it. You hope somebody in the U.S. men's national team can step up and kind of take that spot. But it'll be an entire year without Serginho Dest, and that is really tough to see. So wishing him the best in his recovery there. Tim Weah, one of those potential replacements, came on for Juventus today off the bench in their Coppa Italia semifinal. He gets an assist to make the score of the game 2-1. That gives them the lead on the aggregate, and they will move to the Coppa Italia final. Weston McKennie and Weah potentially getting some hardware to end their season with that Coppa Italia trophy on the line. And then sticking in Italy, Pulisic and Musa both start in the final Milan derby of the year, and it was another win for Inter. That is just how it goes in Milan recently. Pulisic didn't really do anything crazy this game. Musa was bright at times, but once again, Inter just come out on top in this one. Tempers were flaring. It was an intense game, and I will just shout out DeMarco for Inter has the most disgusting haircut. It is a blonde dyed mohawk, but he has a bald spot at the top. It is absolutely
yeah.
ridiculous to have that. But you know what? You win Serie A. You can have whatever haircut you want. We have hacker producer P up there. Boys, yeah, I'm
That's
not sure if you'll see the bald spot here, but you might be able to see that if you zoom in on that one. But yeah, it was tough to watch, especially it was raining in the game. Yeah, you can see it a bit there. But boy, it was raining in the game. It made it so prevalent. It looked hideous. It was like Palacios rat tail, where you just see somebody's haircut and you're like, oh, this guy needs to look in the mirror once or twice more. Nick, you had
that was
something on that?
confirmed. Yeah, that was confirmed. Giroud's transfer, right, to the MLS today
Yeah.
after the game.
Yep, it was gonna. He did
LAFC.
sign the contract for LAFC.
Hell yeah.
Big move for LAFC there. Be fun to watch Giroud in LA. LA seems like a city that fits Olivier Giroud. But we move. Just like Olivier Giroud will be moving. We move to the lock of the week competition. Boys, we are getting down to the end of this one, and we are getting close in scores. Nico at 17, I'm at 19, Mike at 14.
Actually, I have to update.
Let's update the board, why don't we? We had Nick predicting a Sheffield 1, Burnley 1 draw. No, sir. It was a 4-1 drubbing. Burnley get the win on that one. Incorrect. A bold draw prediction there. I respect it. I predicted 2-1 Liverpool over Fulham. They decided to score an extra goal, make it 3-1. So I do get just a 1 point there. And then Mike predicted a 3-1 win versus Wolves. While the goal differential is correct, it was 2-0 to Arsenal. So he gets just a 1 point there. So, Mike getting slightly closer to being back in it here. Only 2 points off of Nick here as we go into the final stretch. I extend the lead to 3 on Nick. And boys, we move into our locks of the week. Mike, I see that you have yours, and you have a big matchup here. What have you gone with?
Liverpool 3, West Ham 1.
Wow.
Couldn't take Liverpool in the midweek because Toffees are going to give them some damage. But they'll bounce back. Bounce back.
All right, I will shift over to the left with mine. I'm going to be going Manchester City 2, Brighton 0. I don't think that Manchester City are going to flinch in this one. But I also am hedging my happiness on this one, because if this is incorrect, I would be the happiest man alive. I don't want Man City to win another title, and boy, would it be fun to have them drop those points earlier rather than later in this title race. Nick, what have you gone with for your lock of the week this week?
Listen, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna have to take all of us. So I'm getting behind the boys. We're going Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1 at the weekend. North London derby on the road. Doesn't matter. London is red. Up the Arsenal. 3 points in the bag.
Big call.
Damn, there are a lot of ham-based teams in the Premier League.
I was just noticing that too.
Damn. We're
This might
learning
be
something.
Palmer doing the ham on the locks of the week is probably the most American thing about this podcast. This might be why we're not gaining traction in England.
What are you talking about, bro? Fucking
Being honest.
Brits love their ham.
Boy, these wankers. Me and Nick went with opposite techniques here. I went for the hedging, where if my lock doesn't hit, I'm happy. If my lock hits, my lock hits, Nick went with the opposite. He's just all doubling down on Arsenal here.
Double down,
so
baby.
he will either be a very happy man
That's
or
some
a
big
very
dick
sad
energy right
man.
there.
Can't
Although
win
I'm not
big
so
unless you
sure
gamble
that
big, baby.
Yeah, I'm not sure that the lock of the week is necessarily his biggest determining factor in his emotion. But
It's gonna take all of us. I'm pulling for the boys.
up the Gunners. You guys got the revenge on Chelsea that Everton deserved.
Thank you.
And that does move us into our one question with producer P, the moment that everybody waits for. All right, boys.
All right. Okay, boys.
Whoa,
Whoa,
relax. Hey,
hey,
who
yeah,
is this?
Oh, what an orator! He knows all the words.
Nico is going to recognize this question because he actually fed it to me a little earlier in the season, though I have been hiding it for a rainy day. Boys, let's make ourselves a little starting 11, but let's add a little bit of a fun twist. Why don't we? Let's make a starting 11, but with animals. Why not? Fuck it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do remember this. Let's
Oh, I do
go.
like this.
This is electric. Oh, this is it. 442.
All right,
Giraffe
all right.
number
Animal
9.
brain going.
Giraffe number 9.
what's
Do we
the
want
news?
giraffe up top or in the back?
No, they're not
Up top,
limber enough.
target.
We're
Definitely
Yeah,
target
target.
forward.
442. Yeah, you got a target and some speed.
Okay.
All right, at 10, put giraffe. Let's go. Specifically a
We're gonna be
left-footed giraffe.
Headers for days, dude. Corner kick's gonna be OP.
It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane.
Left hooved. Our left wing has to be a cheetah. No,
We need the
Yeah, I
speed.
like that.
we just
Yeah.
need a pace switcher. Yeah, okay.
overlap?
We like the
Wait, do we like
number
cheetah?
8.
Do we like cheetah or gazelle there? Do we want a cheetah in
We can put it-
defense?
We want to cheat on
we
the
want
wing.
cheetah in attack. We want attack.
Okay.
I think a gazelle would be a
Okay.
fullback.
You think so?
You need that endurance.
Yeah.
It's got good speed, but can get
Okay.
up and down the flanks
But is
all
it?
game.
But is
I
it?
think you
big
want a
enough
water
is the
buffalo
question.
then, dude. They got hella
Gazelles are
Gazelles are
huge,
big.
dude.
and they're
Gazelles are
big.
big.
All right, can we just say one of the center backs is an elephant?
No, I don't like that actually. Let's
Like
hold
you
off
want
on that.
grizzly
Let's hold
bear.
off.
Goalie?
Goalie elephant?
No, I don't like that either.
Okay, let's go position by position. Let's go goalie. What are we thinking for goalie?
All right. It's gotta be like
Chimpanzee.
yeah,
I was thinking
a baboon.
orangutan.
I think
Orangutan.
tiger. Cat like
Orangutan?
reflexes jumping up, grabbing shit.
Tiger, dude?
Cat-
But they
That's
can't
good.
grab.
Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger should be like.
But I don't need to grab it. I
Tiger
just need
should be
to
your
slap
11.
it away.
Tiger
Or they
should be
can
your
bite it
9.
with their mouth once they slap it. But cat
I
like
don't know.
reflexes in that?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
what if the crowd has a laser pointer? Our tiger's fucked.
Yeah, super fucked. Dude. And if
All right,
it's,
what are
if
you
it's raining,
suggesting?
dude, can't have cats with the water. I think we need a very athletic animal.
whatever
With
the
good
biggest
reach.
monkey is. The biggest monkey, that's the
I
one.
mean, it's a gorilla.
I mean, gorilla.
Orangutan? I don't know. if
Gorilla's too
Gorillas
beefy.
aren't. Yeah,
Gorilla's an ape. They're
that
not
might be a good
monkeys.
It's a
center back. That might be a
chimpanzee.
good.
I like gorilla at center back. We'll get there. Uh,
Let's go orangutan / chimpanzee, whatever the fuck would be the whatever.
You go like you could do like a bear.
no.
Bears elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. We got bears
All right.
on lock.
We're going chimp,
What about-
orangutan.
I like chimp.
Whatever one's bigger.
Orangutan's bigger, but it's a little slower.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
they got
we're
them
going
arms, bro.
chimpanzee.
But yeah, I'll go
Chimpanzee.
Now we're undersized at goal though.
No, but it's a Kaylor Navas.
Yeah, that's an
situation.
athletic.
Alright.
That's an athletic
All
on
right,
the
all right.
size.
All right, champ. I got it.
All right.
All right, I'm going gazelle at right back. I like that.
I
my
like gazelle
gazelle.
right back. I like gazelle
Yeah.
right back.
Gazelle right back. That's not bad. Some
All right.
speed. You get up and down. You know, it has
like-
to defend for its life all the time. Feels like has a lot of predators. So
I'll be happy if
like
I
Gary
manage to
Neville.
spell all these animals correctly.
I think gorilla center back. Gorilla center back.
we gotta go gorilla and then grizzly bear. No one's getting past
Yeah,
that.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
true.
No one's getting past that.
It's just ferocious.
Yeah, bro. What's beating a gorilla and a grizzly bear? Come on.
Yeah.
That's Vidic Ferdinand right there. All right, what's our
Exactly.
left back?
All right,
Are we going
have.
inverted? Are we going an inverted animal 11 here?
Yeah, I'm thinking something smart. I'm thinking something because Cheetah's gonna bomb up the wing, bro. So
That's true. We
We
need
need something
something
a little
really
smarter.
Human. with
I
a
don't
sword.
hate.
Someone who could possess, defend. Andy Robertson.
I like. What would be a good animal?
He's an animal.
Maybe. Oh. What's like a German Shepherd?
German Shepherd.
German
You know?
Shepherd's a
Yeah.
good call.
They make
Bring
good
some
like guard
leadership.
dogs.
Bring some leadership.
Dude, no.
Yeah,
one
you
of
can
those
train 'em.
One of
Leadership
those
for the back line.
Belgian
Yeah.
Malinois. You see
Yeah,
those things
yeah, that's
fucking
the one.
move? Those things are
Oh,
terrifying.
Yeah,
what about
yeah,
a
yeah.
Great Dane? Great Dane.
Nah, dude.
No,
it's too
but the
big.
Belgian Malinois are super
Dude.
smart, bro.
The Belgian Malinois are
All right.
terrifying.
I
Oh, yeah,
I
I
don't
just
know how
looked
to
that
spell
up.
that,
Yep,
but
yep.
Those are like the
It's like
ones that
the-
they train for the army.
Dog, yeah.
I think is that how you spell?
all right,
fuck?
all right.
All
Is
right,
that how
cool.
you spell that?
Cool.
That's
Hang
close
on.
enough.
That's
No,
fine.
A-O-I.
I don't need you
N-O-I-S.
googling Belgian
Dude, I got
Malinois. Okay, good job.
Nice.
No,
Yeah, that's the bomb sniffer right there. He's gonna sniff everything out. That's
yeah,
good.
dude. He's gonna sniff right up your butthole.
He's a
All right,
loyal
all right.
player.
All right, how
Very
do, this
coachable.
might be
Very coachable.
this might be controversial. How do we feel about a real destroyer in that midfield? What if we go Hippo?
I was thinking
Rhino.
Hippo.
That's
I
pretty
think we
good.
need a Hippo.
Hippo's
I
pretty
like
Is
good.
it
Hippo
too
there.
slow though? They move fast,
Dude,
but only
no,
in the water.
pretty quick.
Are fat.
Dude,
Bro,
nothing
no,
fucks with
hippos are
with
very
hippos.
fast.
Nothing.
But
fucks with
only in the
Hippos are
water.
very fast.
It's a destroyer.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, we
they're,
need the
they're
Hippo.
not
We
going to
need a
have
Hippo.
any technical ability, but
pure terrorist ball.
So
Oh,
it's,
yeah, we
it's
need a
hippo or
destroyer.
rhinoceros. It's one of the two.
Oh,
no, Rhino can't turn, bro. Rhino can't turn like a hippo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The hippo
I like
can't?
hippo.
Okay. Oh, all right. Sure.
Oh, yeah, I say we go Hippo.
And it's a little bit violent. It's the Roy Keane of the team.
Yeah, you know, it, like when we need a yellow card to break shit up, Hippo's in there.
Yeah,
All right, what's
never saw
our,
a yellow card challenge you didn't like, right?
Yeah,
What's our
I think
agent here?
6, or yeah, whatever for the 8 or for the number 6 on the thing though.
Yeah.
King of the jungle. Go lion.
Lion?
Lion?
Yeah,
You know,
need
all
that
arounder?
captain.
You gotta be
Yeah,
lion.
yeah. Yeah.
Give him the
you gotta go
armband?
Lion.
Give him
Yeah.
the armband.
Give him the armband. The pride.
Yeah,
Pride,
better.
dude.
they're gonna listen to him. This right mid is tough. I don't know.
Think about it.
Right, man.
We can't.
We
can't.
haven't gone aquatic yet. These are all land animals. We're
I don't think we
forgetting
go
about some
for
of
it.
our
This is
friends.
still being played on
Let's
grass.
put a
This is
shark
still
in.
being played
Oh,
on grass.
wait. How do we feel about a falcon?
Arrogant falcon,
I don't
200
like
miles
it.
an hour.
Peregrine's too. Oh, ostrich. What if we go ostrich, bro?
I think
That's
those
some
legs
size.
are asking to be chopped up though.
Yeah, dude.
You give them
those
1-2
Brankos look
fouls, they're
flimsy.
out. They're out.
Okay, you're right. Oh, that's a tough one. Because here, based on our team, Gazelle's gonna be up and down all over the place, right?
We want somebody who can invert, cut in a little bit.
Yeah, someone who can play all like kind of an all-rounder again.
I will put
but
out there, I think a tiger is the scariest animal on the planet. Or
Tigers are
polar-
scary.
Is
or a
Tiger
polar
is
bear.
Tiger our other striker though?
Tiger might be our other striker, I feel like.
Hmm.
I feel like Tigers are some finishers, you know?
Tiger, I think a tiger could get headers above the giraffe.
Exactly.
Maybe
You've seen those
animal for
things fucking
striker.
jump.
Double-headed.
What animal are you thinking for striker? And then maybe we put Tiger at the right mid.
I mean, it's got to be a fox in the box, dude. I mean, it's there for the taking. Crafty little player. He's diminutive, but he's so good on the ball.
I like Fox at either of these two positions, honestly. Tiger at the other. Is that our final two?
Fox.
Fox. That has a different meaning when you put it
that's
in
fitting.
that order, but all right.
I don't know,
Move
dude.
to-
Fox isn't doing it
I
for
like-
me. if I'm being honest.
I don't know. I see it as a little creative Bernardo Silva-esque player, you know?
That's kind of what he is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Play
we
that
could
invert
upgrade
wing,
to a
go out
wolf,
wide.
but
Ah,
I'm liking
but
the
that
Fox.
seems too bulky. It seems too bulky. I
Oh,
think Fox. Real agile.
wait, but think about it. For that right mid spot, we want a real like pack animal. A wolf wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
That right mid is the guy who's gonna make everything gel. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
I like wolf there.
I
like
like.
wolf
I
there.
do like wolf.
do we
All
want
right,
to go?
then do
old
we want to
school?
switch? Do we want to switch giraffe for fox? I don't hate that.
I don't
Do
hate
like the
that either.
draft.
Tiger, I think gives us our aerial threat. I don't think we need the crouch type thing. Get rid
Yeah,
of that left
I think
of
that's right.
giraffe and let's get that fox in the box.
maybe giraffe is our super sub. You know,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Petter Crouch coming up.
Come in late. Yeah.
he can come on to defend corners or attack corners. I think that's fair.
Some good hold up play late in the game when you're just going direct, punting it up there. You can
Yeah.
neck it down for control, and then you let people overlap. Yeah, great super sub there.
What I like this team. I think we got some good size, some good leadership, some great speed. Is Chimp still looking weird to you guys?
Dude, I think Octopus.
Oh, that's the one.
Octopus,
That's
that
the
is it.
one, bro. Yeah,
That's a good
the
one.
one.
Yep,
We need the
that's the
arms.
Yeah,
And they're
But
intelligent.
giant
We had
octopus.
people
bigger
playing out of the back.
octopus. We need like a giant squid or something.
Well, giant squid is the definition of a big octopus.
Yeah.
All right,
Not
do that.
really, but
Giant squid.
Giant
Squid in it. That's
That
what
was
we
a
needed right
good
there.
pull. Good pull,
That's
Mike.
what we
Good
needed right there.
management we need with this club.
Just put a big ass aquarium right there.
yeah, dude,
Who's
like,
managing?
the box is
Steve
just
Irwin,
water.
baby.
listen. If we're playing at home, we just have the
Recipes,
sprinklers
baby.
going in the box the entire time. Our squid's feeling peachy. The other team's
Oh, yeah.
slipping and sliding.
Steve Irwin
Good God.
or Dr. Doolittle. I don't hate Dr. Doolittle.
It's not bad either.
You got to go with Steve Irwin.
Yeah,
No.
Shout
We
out
have to have an
Steve
animal
Irwin.
coach. Who's our animal manager?
Mufasa.
Animal manager?
Ooh.
Owl. Are you kidding me? That's a Don
Yeah.
Carlo.
It's a
Definitely
genius.
an owl.
Yeah, dude, he's
Yeah, I was
wise.
gonna say
Wise
turtle.
old owl.
I was gonna say turtle, but owl is probably better.
Ooh, turtle.
Turtle's not a bad
assistant.
shout either.
Turtle technical director.
Turtle's like Roy Hodgson, you know. He's been everywhere. He's got the experience.
He's who you need to not get relegated. But the owl
Yeah.
takes you to the fucking cup. I tell you what.
I like owl. This
All
is a
right,
hell of a
boys.
team right here.
This is a hell of a team. We'll wrap it up with a quick review. In net, we have a giant squid. We have a gorilla and grizzly
So many
locking
arms.
down that back line at center back. A gazelle shooting up the wing. A Belgian Malinois. Is that how you pronounce it?
Malinois.
Who knows?
No. French.
Close enough.
Parlez-vous français?
On our left back
Oui.
position, giving us some intelligent defending there, some nice recovery speed as well. In the center, we have our destroyer, the hippo, our all-arounder midfielder, our legend, our leader, the lion, and then outside we have our wolf, who will play that good pack type football. Get in, maybe shift outside if the gazelle's not up there as well. On the other side, it is pure pace with the cheetah, bombing up and down the wing, getting us some direct play, and getting the ball in for our fox in the box striker and our aerial threat tiger. We have two cats in the box there. Boy, this is a side that Man City would be afraid of. And an owl as the manager.
Dude, they walk out, there's just a fucking zoo.
Boy, I tell you what, Erling Haaland,
What the fuck
he
is
ain't
happening?
never seen a gorilla and grizzly back line that he would win against.
No,
Is
dude.
that a fucking tiger?
Gabriel and Saliba who, dude?
Yeah. Honestly, boys, fuck it. If Ryan Reynolds can bring Wrexham 2 divisions up, let's find a team and we bought a zoo and Wrexham, combine them both, and god damn it, we have an FX series that is selling seats. Boys, that is it for our pod today. Mike, big game coming up for us with the Mercyside derby. Nick, big side coming up for Arsenal. Mike, you close us out first, and then Nick, big game today versus Chelsea. Big game coming up. Close us out after. Mike?
Yeah, check us out on all of the socials. Let us know what you think about our animal squad here. It really is the kings of the jungle. Up the tops, up the title race. Need this title race to hang on the next couple of weeks because every other league in Europe pretty much wrapped up. PSG's got it done in France. Inter Milan won their 20th Scudetto yesterday against AC. Real Madrid running away with La Liga. And never losing Leverkusen have got it done in Germany. So we need Arsenal and Liverpool to step up, keep that pressure on Man City until the final week. Nick, your thoughts, please.
That's the plan. Until the final week. Make them earn it. We need, what is it now? 12 out of 12, 15 out of 15, whatever it is. Every single game has to be a win. The next one just might be the sweetest one yet. So shout out to the Arsenal. Up the Arsenal. North London is red. Excited for the derby.
All right, that is it for us today. Go Pack, go. NFL draft coming up.
Sparty.
We are going to go crazy in this one. 11 draft picks. Brian Gutekunst is going
Some
to
real
cook.
football, bro.
Until next time, peace. Yeah, we had a little bit of football in the footy with the boys today. Peace.